Stay still, stay still. Okay. Hello there, YouTube world. If you can hear me, oh man. If you can hear me, say something in the chat. Tell some guy is working construction. Or someone's dragging something on the road right now. It sounds like someone's dragging a shovel. Anyways, if you can hear me, hello, word up, my brother. Good to see you again. Yes, another episode of life as we know it. Okay, good. You can hear me? Sometimes I don't know if there's an echo or the sound is clipping. Like, I hate that. Okay. So, you're probably wondering, what am I holding in my hand? I'll get to this a little bit. Okay, so first thing I want to talk about was yesterday's gym session. Okay, it's fresh in my mind. I want to do a recap. So I went to a recreation center for the longest. I haven't been to one recreation center or community center for a very long time. Okay, so God damn this guy. Lately, I've been training at a commercial gym. Hello, NR. Good to see you. This fucking guy. Fuck. Okay. They're doing construction next door. Okay, so my recap of yesterday's gym session at a recreation center, okay, or community center. I haven't been to one for a very long time. So fresh in my mind, and it wasn't good. It was not a pleasant experience. Okay, here in Vancouver, if you go to community centers or recreation centers to work out, you probably know what I'm talking about. Okay, for those who are not from Vancouver, BC, and who have not trained in a recreation center, I'm going to give you my perspective why they suck now. They suck terribly. Okay, so my strategy was I was going to go on a Sunday. So yesterday was Sunday. I was going to go there on a Sunday because Sundays are chill and quiet. Not a lot of people there, right? Okay, so I'm going to give you my recap. First thing I noticed were the Zoomers, the kids, the broccoli hair kids. They're all around me. They're doing their lame ass workouts, if you call it that. All they're doing is just, again, deja vu. They're all bunched up together. They're like these boys holding hands. I don't know, yakking about Zoomer shit throughout their workouts, talking about, I don't know, just gibberish that I try to tone out. Mr. Viral, hello. Arham, hello. We hear you perfectly well. Okay, so I'm talking about recreation center, community center gym. So these Zoomer kids, these broccoli hair kids yesterday, they're occupying two benches and they're just yakking about Zoomer shit. They're not getting any workout done. Now, I said this before. A good sign of a good gym is when you don't hear any people yakking in the background. All you can hear is clanging. Clang, clang, kong, kong, king. It's just like you're working in a welding shop, right? Men just doing men stuff, getting shit done, right? There shouldn't be yakking. If you want to yak, go to a Starbucks. That's the perfect atmosphere for people to yak and get nothing done. But if you're in the gym, you're surrounded by all this quality equipment. That's another thing. These recreation center gyms, a lot of them have equipment that I've never used before or haven't used in a very long time. So for example, the ski machine. So I I don't know what it's called technically, but it's like a ski machine where you grab these two poles and you just, it's like you're skiing and it goes zzz, 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 right? So you grab the poles and it's like you're skiing. And it's great because I haven't used one of those machines in a very long time. So I was doing these sessions, like 5 minute sessions of just nonstop skiing, grabbing the pole, the bars, pull the string down, and zzz. So the closest thing to that machine is the rowing machine, right? But it's this motion here, right? So I want to go vertical downwards. So I was having fun just using the ski machine because I haven't used one in a very long time. And they had all this other like equipment that I don't have at my other commercial gym that I go to. So I was playing around, but again, I had to deal with these Zoomer kids around me just yakking and not getting any shit done. So, you know the old saying that you are the person that you surround yourself with, right? Like the people that you surround yourself with constantly, their bad habits rub onto you or their good habits, right? But a lot of these Zoomers, they have a lot of bad habits, like yakking, okay? So that was one thing that just pissed me off, ticked me off, is people just yakking, getting shit done, not getting any shit done, okay? Second thing I noticed were the senior citizens. Like, there were a lot of senior citizens at this recreation center, okay? And you can tell they're like the Asian grandpa. There was one guy, this one old Chinese guy, he was wearing, I kid you not, he was wearing a plaid shirt, you know those plaid shirts, button top, long sleeve. He was wearing a belt. He was wearing trousers. He probably had a pager on his belt. He was walking around the gym, working out. And to me, I didn't know if he was here to work out or to fix the toilet. So this guy was walking around. I don't know what he was doing. He's just doing nothing, jack shit. So like I said earlier, you are the person that you surround yourself with. So if you want to become a higher athlete, like a strong, like this, you need to hang out with higher quality people that train hard, right? So I went from here down to here, all these peasants I'm training with, these Zoomer kids, these grandpas with the plaid shirts, walking around the gym. But the facility itself, like, is amazing. Like, it's just, these people are spoiled for choice. It's just, they have all this nice fancy equipment and it's just gone to waste because all these peasants don't know how to use it, or they don't use it properly, or they just don't take advantage of the time that they're given. Like, they're there, you're in a, to me it's like you're in a candy shop and the owner of the candy shop's like, go forth and enjoy all the treats that I've laid out for you, right? And the kids, instead of tasting all this delicious candy, they're just playing with their smartphones, yakking, just wasting their time, idling, you know, loitering. So it pisses me off because the gym is like my church. It's my mosque. It's my Buddhist temple. I'm there to pray to God, become a stronger version of myself, connect with my body. I'm connecting with, in church, you connect with God or a higher power. At the gym, you connect with your body. You're having a conversation, an honest conversation with your body. And you're talking to your body saying, okay, let's see what we can do today. Let's challenge each other. Right? So you don't need a workout partner. You don't need a personal trainer. You don't need a fitness app. You don't need a TV or a podcast telling you what to do. You just need to listen to your body and just challenge it every day. Surprise it. So if you do the same fucking booty workout, like, okay, these teenage girls, all of them, all the teenage girls at this gym yesterday, guess what they were doing? They were all doing hip thrusts with a dumbbell. So it's like, this one girl came in, she went straight to the bench, grabbed the dumbbell, booty hip thrust. And then another chick came in, booty hip thrust. Another chick came in, guess what? Booty hip thrust. It's like, what the fuck? They're all doing just the same boring workouts, trying to grow their booties. Like, none of them did any upper body workouts. None of them. None of them. They all did the same thing. They grabbed the bench, grabbed a small dumbbell, put it on their hips, and then tried to do the hip thrust. I was like, they didn't stretch, they didn't do any cardio, they didn't do anything else except for the booty. It's like these booty bimbos. It just goes on and on, okay? Okay, another thing that pissed me off was the music. My ears were just being tortured yesterday. Not just from these Zoomer kids having these stupid conversations around me, but also the music that they were blasting in the gym. So if you're not aware, commercial gyms, they play whatever fuck the music they want. But this recreation center gym, they were blasting mainstream music. It feels like I'm going to a Taylor Swift gym, or a gym that is owned by Taylor Swift, because that's all they blast is Taylor Swift music. On and on and on and on, like a rotation of Taylor Swift songs on the speakers, and they blast it in my ears. And it's like they're trying to indoctrinate people into this shitty mainstream music, right? So they'll play a Taylor Swift music and blah, 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 and then they'll play some sort of mumble rap music with the rattlesnake. And then guess what? Another Taylor Swift music comes on. They blast that. It's loud. It's like, even if you like plug your ears in, or if you wear headphones, you can still hear that shit blasting. I was like, and there's only one weight room attendant. The weight room attendant doesn't do shit, right? You can see his body language. That's another problem with recreation centers. Employees at the recreation centers, at these recreation centers, they work for the city. And the city is like the government, okay? So when you're a weight room attendant, if you're like a front desk clerk, you're a janitor, or personal trainer at one of these community centers, you work for the government. So you're basically a government employee. So think about like the government employee going to the DMV. What's it like going to the DMV, your local DMV, trying to get your license renewed, or trying to get a driver's license, or dealing with any kind of government shit? They're all terrible at their job. They all deliver shitty customer service. Anyone who works in government delivers shitty customer service. And I worked in those systems. As a lifeguard swim instructor, I worked for the city. Parks and Recreation, I was one of their employees. And I saw firsthand my coworkers, they're so fucking lazy, they're incompetent, and they got this attitude, this arrogant attitude. I know, I'll tell you where they get this attitude. Once you work for the government full-time, I didn't work for the government full-time. I was part-time. I was on call. Still, you got to develop your seniority when you work for the government. So when they sign you on as a lifeguard, for example, in the beginning, they give you on-call part-time shifts. Like they'll call you up if someone's sick and they need someone to replace. So they go through a list of all these on-call and temporary staff, and I was on that list, right? And then if you're lucky, if I'm lucky, I can get maybe a part-time shift, right? That will last maybe 2 or 3 months, okay? That's how long, that's where you start, okay? And then when you work like 10 years, say if I worked 10 years for the city in Parks and Recreation, then I would probably be able to qualify for a full-time shift, if I'm lucky. But somebody has to die, or somebody has to leave the system, which most people don't. Because everyone who works for the government full-time knows that it's the best job. It's the sweetest job because they can't get fired. They can be lazy, incompetent, rude to paying customers, and they can get away with it because they work for the city. They work for the government. So they can do whatever the hell they want because they have that job security. And I've seen this from my senior swimming staff, like my aquatics. All the supervisors that I worked for in aquatics as a lifeguard, they were fucking shitty people. Lazy, arrogant, just low IQ people, right? They did the work. They got in early. They did their grind, right? They worked 10, 12, 15 years for the city. So they grinded. I'll give them that. But once they got those full-time hours, their performance just slid. It's like once they get it, once they get the full-time hours working for the city, they can do whatever the hell they want. They can't get fired. Nobody can fire them. So a lot of these employees that I was dealing with yesterday at the community center, it brought back all these bad memories because they're all terrible. The weight room attendant was lazy, didn't do shit. He let the Zoomer kids just yak. He let these people get away with shit. Those people were not doing shit. Like, weight room attendant is just like a warm body. Like, just a warm body walking around the gym. You know those people desk warmers, we call them? They just sit at a desk in your office place and then just warm the desk. It's like, it looks like they're working, but they're not. That's what the weight room attendant was doing yesterday, right? Not doing anything. And then the lady who signed me in, so I had to pay for a drop-in fee. So she asked for my information, right, to register. So I gave my information, and then she said, "Can you shout? Because I can't hear you." So I shouted at her, and then she got offended. I was like, you asked me to shout because we were in a very loud. So basically, the sign-in desk, right, is in this large kind of auditorium, right? So there's echoing and there's kids running around yelling, right? It's a loud environment. And I'm trying to be polite, right? I try to speak politely. And then she said to me, "Can you shout to me because I can't hear you?" So I did, and then she got offended. She got pissed off. She got passive aggressive and then gave me my receipt. Nothing. She didn't say anything like hello or enjoy your workout or thank you for signing up today. Okay? And I'll give you another thing. There were two front desk ladies. Two ladies working at the front desk. One lady was dealing with a customer and the other lady was just playing on her computer. Okay? I'll repeat that. One front desk lady, she was dealing with the customer, signing them in. And then the second lady, she was playing with her computer. And I was just standing there, next in line. I was the next person in line. So I was looking at the girl that was playing with her computer. And if you have common sense, if you work in like hotels or any kind of service industry, you know that the customer comes first. You serve the customer. You don't serve your computer. You serve the paying customer, right? So this lady knew I was standing there, and she just let me stand there. I was standing there for a good 5 minutes. That is just terrible. That is unacceptable customer service. If you were in Korea, they would never allow that. Customer service in Korea, Japan, Taiwan, it's standard. It's a standard level. It's the kind of, excuse me, it's kind of customer service that America used to have like in the 60s, right? It's just peak, first class, everybody. This lady, she was on her computer, playing with Facebook, whatever shit she was. And I was the paying customer and I was waiting. So I waited 5 minutes, okay? So I waited 5 minutes and then she finally called me over. "Oh, I can help you over here." Finally, 5 minutes. And then we had that shouting match where she said, "Okay, I need you to shout because I can't hear you." Then I shouted at her and she got offended. I don't eat dogs. Not all Koreans eat dogs. I ate hot dogs. Does that count? Hello from Uruguay. Emily, hello. Uh, Katya? Is that how you say it? Katya? Buongiorno. Buongiorno. Principesse. Buongiorno, principesse. Katya. Raymond Sumro. Hi. Hello. So I'm just talking about my experience yesterday. This horrible, horrible visit to a community center gym for the longest time. I haven't been to one in like a year. So I had to deal with the shitty mainstream music that was blasting in the gym. I had to deal with the shitty customer service from front desk, weight room staff. Okay, and then the lifeguard. Okay, so after my gym session, I went to the pool. So they have a pool, and this just like, oh man. Okay, so I went into the steam room, and surprise, surprise, like the steam room was great. Don't get me wrong, steam room was hot. I was meditating, but surprise, surprise, the people in the steam room were having this stupid conversation. So this guy and this old girl were talking about Walmart, shopping, saving money. You know, if you buy these apples on sale at Walmart, you could get blah 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 blah. And their conversation was echoing throughout the whole steam room, right? So me, I'm trying to chill, closing my eyes, meditate, absorbing the steam, and I have these two stupid people yelling in my ear about their dumb, mundane conversation about Walmart. So, any sane person, what did I do? I got out of the steam room, right? But they were still in there when I came back. So they didn't leave. So I had to constantly leave. And I went into the sauna. And guess what happened in the sauna? In the sauna, these two people were talking about politics. I'm trying to enjoy my sauna, and I can't get a break no matter what I do, okay? These two people in the sauna, the dry sauna, were talking about politics, and one guy, he brought his smartphone into the sauna. Do you think that's smart? So he was trying to watch a soccer game on his smartphone while in the dry sauna. These are the dumbest low IQ people you've ever met. Why do you go into the sauna? To watch soccer on your smartphone? To talk about politics? No, you go into the sauna to absorb the steam from the sauna. You just sit there and meditate and chill. These people, I don't know, it's just white people in general. White people, you whatever you are from Sweden or whatever, Swedish spas or something, you have this culture where you just yak in a small hot room. Whereas in Asian cultures, we don't do that shit. We chill. I can be in a steam sauna in Korea, butt naked, surrounded by all these other old Korean guys, and we all understand the situation. We're here to chill. We're here to get away from our wives, our girlfriends, our kids, our stressful job. We're trying to escape that outside world just for at least like 5 minutes so that we can just enjoy some heat and silence. And contrast that with here in the West, people are having loud conversations in steam rooms and saunas, watching soccer games on their smartphones, being as annoying as hell. I don't get it. So I went into the pool. I did some shadow boxing in the water, which was fine. But then there's all these kids around me. Hello, Prem. There's kids around me playing, right? And I'm trying to shadow box. And then I grabbed the two steel railings, right? Because I was trying to do handstands, all right? For the first time. I just want to do dips or something, right? Workout. And then the lifeguard, this little girl came up to me, didn't say hello or anything. She just said, "Don't do that. You can't do that." She's like patronizing, arrogant. Don't do that. You can't do that. Just like she wasn't taught properly. She was taught probably by her full-time aquatic supervisor, who has an even worse attitude. So. Hold on. Okay. You got some sort of spammer in the chat. Trying to get rid of. Okay, so lifeguard pissed me off. People in the steam sauna pissed me off. The mainstream music blasting in my ear, pissing me off. The weight room attendants and the front desk lady pissing me off. Zoomer kids yakking, pissing me off. So it did not go well yesterday. So, would I go back? Probably yes, because again, there's no other way you can get access to a steam room, dry sauna, pool, okay, swimming pool, and like new equipment, right? Just so like I mentioned, like the ski pull down. I don't have that at my other gym. So for that reason, I would still go. But you can see like all these cons versus the pros of going to a recreation center or a community center gym. It's the community. They're terrible. Okay? I would rather go to a commercial gym now. And that's what I recommend. If you can go to a commercial gym where most of the gym goers that you train with are on your level. Okay? So I experimented with several commercial gyms. So I tried Planet Fitness. I tried Planet Fitness for like 2 months. And the problem with Planet Fitness is that they kept judging me. They were fine with all these peasants that were playing with their smartphones, jerking off each other and doing nothing except working out. Right? That's what everyone else was doing. If you play the CCTV footage, you can just see like people just yakking, playing with their smartphones, getting nothing done, right? Not really working out hard. But me, on the other hand, when I was in Planet Fitness, I was like a bull in a china shop, right? I just ran. I just enjoyed everything. I just trained intensely. So that pissed off a lot of people. And then I was doing things that most people would never even dream of or consider doing in that gym. So I was doing like calisthenics in the gym, in the Planet Fitness. And every time I tried to do calisthenics in the gym, there would be like a weight room attendant at Planet Fitness telling me, "Oh, you can't do that. It's dangerous." I was like, doing a handstand, it's dangerous. It's like, doing weighted squats can be dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. Right? And then I kept pointing at the sign. This is a judge-free zone. So why are you judging me? So I got fed up with the Planet Fitness staff telling me I can't do this, I can't do that. Can't do this, can't do that. It's dangerous, man. It's like, I just saw this clip on YouTube. This tricker. He was trying to do some sort of like a backflip off a railing onto the grass, right? So he was performing this move outside it was like a school. Yeah, I think it was like a school. So he was trying to do a backflip off a railing onto the grass in front of a school. And then there was this Karen kept interrupting his concentration. So he was concentrating on doing this move. So he was on the railing. You know, you see those competitive divers or like a golfer like concentrating, right? You can see the athlete is concentrating before doing the move. So this Karen kept shouting at him, "You can't do that. It's dangerous. Get off the railing. Ugh, I'm going to report you. I'm going to call the police." This Karen was just shouting in his ear, being annoying. And the trickering guy, he's up there on the railing. He's like, "I need you to be quiet if you care about my safety." That's what he said to her. "I need you to be quiet if you want it, if you really care about my safety, because I'm going to perform this move and then I will stop, okay?" This guy is exactly what I deal with on a daily basis. I get tons of Karens and stupid people telling me I can't do this or that because it's dangerous to their eyes. But for me, but for athletes like us, high-level athletes, we know that we've been training this. We've been practicing for years. We've been doing this for a very long time. You can tell when someone is competent versus incompetent. You can tell, like, if the tricking guy was like, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck around and see if I can do this move," you can tell when someone's incompetent. But when someone's competent, they're concentrating, they're quiet. They're not talking to anybody. You see, like Tiger Woods, you know, he's in the zone. He's really just, he's quiet. He's thinking before he does his shot. It's like that, you know, like every high-level athlete, competent athlete is like, they're thinking. Like Michael Jordan, it's like he's thinking before he does his free throw. He's just thinking, right? Need you to be quiet. But then you got to deal with Karens. These Karens. "I need you to get off the floor, really. It's dangerous." So watching this footage, right? And the guy saying, "I need you to be quiet." So he did his backflip and he landed it because he'd been practicing it for many, many years, multiple times, thousands of times. And I do my handstands. I've been practicing handstands for like thousands of attempts. And then I got to the level like, okay, I want to go to the next level. So what can I do with my handstand? So I can do a handstand from the floor, okay? What's next? I can do handstands from an elevated platform, okay? And I go higher and higher and higher, right? So I've gone to the point where like I can tolerate being like 2 floors, 3 floors up in the air and perform a handstand, no problem, right? I can get up there, I can do a handstand, I can exit it and then get down. But again, sometimes you run into Karens, like no matter what you do. "It's dangerous." You know, it's like culturally accepted. It's like we can lift really heavy weights using a barbell. That's tolerated now. But long ago, that was considered dangerous to most peasants. "Oh, you shouldn't lift that bar with those weights. It's dangerous. You could hurt your back." Idiots. You could hurt your back. And then people, you see people running. And then the people who don't run, they're like, "You could hurt your knees. It's dangerous." Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's like, okay, and swimming. Is swimming dangerous? Let me ask you, is swimming dangerous? Long ago, swimming was considered dangerous because most people drowned. And where did they swim? They swam in the open waters. They didn't have the knowledge, right? They didn't have the facilities. Okay, so then we started building these indoor facilities, and then we added chlorine for safety, and then we added like a shallow end for safety, and then we had the wall, the railing, the ladder, pool ladder for safety. And yet swimming is still dangerous. I saw a girl, she dove into a swimming pool and she paralyzed her spine. This happened like a couple years ago. So she's a quadriplegic, and she married her boyfriend. But it's unfortunate. People can still get hurt when they're swimming, even in 2025. Swimming is dangerous. You dive into the water and you hit your head in the shallow end or hit your head on the bottom of a pool, you can paralyze your entire body. Swimming is extremely dangerous. And yet, people still do it. People still dive into the water. And I keep telling people, don't fucking dive into the water. I don't care if you're diving from the deep end. There's always the risk, okay? You dive into the deep end. Who is in the deep end? Maybe there's someone's surfacing the deep end water and you didn't know it. You dive right into them. You head-on collision. That can happen. So to dive in a swimming pool or open water is a lot of risk. I don't risk it. I don't dive. I don't teach my students to dive. I teach my students to slowly enter the water in the beginning, right? 2 feet, slowly slide your butt into the water for safety, because you can see everything. It's like you driving a car, okay? You start your engine from your home, you open the garage door, and then you just back out at full speed. No, you slowly exit the garage and then away from your complex, and then you drive away slowly. Just like an airplane taking off from the runway. The airplane has to slowly wind around and then get to the turning point, and then okay, is it safe to go? Okay, check everywhere. Okay, check. Third person contact. Are we safe to go? Take off? Okay, we got the green light. Okay, let's go. And then we can rev. That's the kind of precautions that I instill when it comes to diving. If you're gonna dive, make sure that everything is clear. There's nobody in the deep water in front of you that you can spear into. There's no obstacles. It's safe to go. You need a third person, a third eye, watching your back, seeing before you dive. And unfortunately, most pools don't have this, okay? Most pools don't. And yet people dive all the time because they think it's cool. They watch competitive diving and they think, I can do that. I can show off in the pool. Yeah, I can impress everybody with my dive. But if you dive, it's a 50-50. You 50-50. You can easily break your spine, crash into somebody. You know, you can rip your skin, you can tear your skin off the bottom of the pool. It hurts. So I don't dive. I slowly slide into the water. I slip into the water, and that's how I teach all my students. She jumped into lava. Okay. So now I want to show you what I'm holding in my hands, okay? So to continue my training series with you guys, okay? So last time I showed you, I demonstrated the rice bucket, okay? So all the training that I'm going to teach you, it starts with the hands first. Don't just train the chest, don't train the legs, the glutes. Start with your hands because you use your hands all the time, every day. So why don't you start with this first, the hands? So I did the rice bucket training. You can watch that live stream. And I'm going to show you these 3 things. Very simple, $10 you can buy, okay? You can see the numbers, okay? This is 20 pounds, 10 pound, 20 pound, 10 pound. This one is 40 pound, 30 pound, okay? And then this one is 50 and 60 pound. Okay, so this is the hardest, heaviest. Okay, so these are hand grips, $10. You can get them off Amazon. Okay, this is what I do. Okay, this is the lightest one, very light. Okay, you're not supposed to clench slowly. This one you do rapid fire, like a machine gun. You think this is easy? It's not easy. Just rapid, like sprint. sprint gripping with your hand. My God, you will feel a burn like no other if you do this. It's not easy doing this. Okay? So don't go slow, no, because it's so easy, the resistance with this guy. Fast, 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 fast. You get a pump, okay? This is the medium one, okay? This is light, this is medium. Medium one, now you can do slow contracting, okay? Okay? Slow and steady. This is medium resistance. Okay? This is what I do when I'm working on the computer, okay? Watching videos, watching YouTube. Slow contracting, okay? And then the last one, okay? The heaviest one, this guy. You can see it, right? 50 and 60 pound. Okay, so this one is the heaviest, the hardest. Wow. Okay, nice quality crunches. Quality, 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 right? Quality, 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 quality crunches. Okay, but we're not done. Okay, so what I do is I alternate. Okay, so these are the fast, rapid crunches. Jesus Christ, you go from the red to yellow, geez, you'll feel a giant burn. Okay, and then mix it up. Right, so I have two hands. One's going slower than the other because of the resistance, right? So this is hard. This is my hands are dead right now, okay? Dead. Dead, dead, dead. Now, I'm going to take it the next step further, okay? So what I do is I play with them, all these like this, okay? Okay, now, the next level. The next level I'm going to show you. Nobody has taught you this before. Nobody has ever seen this, okay? I found this out myself. To train the thumb, okay, this meaty part right here. You see this part right here? Part of your thumb, okay? This part right here. I'm going to show you how I train this. Okay, I train it with the rice bucket, but I also train it with these guys, okay? I'm going to show you how to do it. You take this, put it here like this, okay? You see that? See that? Okay? Press against each other. Next, I put it like this, okay? So the purple one is placed here on my hands. I put the yellow one in the middle, okay? And then thumb is on top of the yellow. Can you see that? I now have a thumb strengthening machine. You can see that, right? So the motion, thumb is crunching. So my thumb is crunching like this. This is the motion that I want with my thumb. So these fingers are just a placeholder. They're not, my fingers are not doing this, okay? My fingers are just standing still. But my thumb is going inwards like that. Do you see that? And it's just, you can look, it looks like a bicep curl. Just imagine, you're doing a bicep curl. Like this, right? A bicep curl. I'm doing the same motion with my thumb. Like this. Bicep curl, okay? Now look at that. God damn, this is a pump. Look at that. That's how I train my thumbs, okay? Just slowly crunch, 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 and just get those reps in. Crunch, crunch, Crunch. Crunch. Okay? And my thumbs, this part of my thumb is oh my god. My thumb is just da-dum, 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 da-dum. It's swollen. So, recap. Okay? Fingers placed here. Put one of these donuts placed right here. Okay? Take the other one, put it in the middle. Someone with I don't know, I don't have arthritis, but you can try. Okay? So we're training our thumbs here. Okay? So give this a go. Oh, god damn, this hurts. Ugh. How many reps? How many sets? I don't know. You just keep going until it's failed. Okay? Until it's done. You set your own limits. Okay? And then I alternate. Okay? So thumb workout. Okay, now grip workout. Okay? Fingers. Get the workouts for the fingers. Fingers, fingers, fingers. So anybody can do this. Okay? So I tried in the beginning to do this. So I tried to do this. You can do this if you want. It's unstable though. So I'm just trying to crunch. Pinch it. But this is not as effective as the first version. See, it flips. It's hard to control. But if I put it in the middle of this and then squeeze, yeah, it doesn't go anywhere. It's more stable. This. Oh, my arms. I like doing this, making a fist is difficult because this giant pump I got here. So, I don't know if you can see that, but this pump is like someone poured concrete right here. It's like I can feel it, like it's bursting. So, grab hand grips. Get some hand grips, guys and girls. Train your hands. Train your hands. Before you throw a punch in boxing, before you lift the barbell, before you do calisthenics, you need to have a good or decent grip or strength in your hands before you can do any kind of exercise. Unless you want to just do squats, right? It starts with the grip. Okay? Handstands. If you want to control handstands, you need to have some sort of grip strength. Some. So, what's the time now? Time now is 2 p.m. Pacific time here in Vancouver, BC. What time is it over there, VJ? So if you have any questions about what I'm doing, the hand grip, thumb training, thumb strengthening, ask away. But yeah. Oh, my hand is dead. Go back to heavy. So all I'm doing is my training routine is like, okay, I'm going to shock my muscles. The element of surprise is the best thing you can do for your body. So a lot of people I see at the gym, they're strictly bodybuilders, they are strictly powerlifters, they're strictly calisthenics, they're strictly yoga, they are strictly marathon runners. I can see their routine. It's like they've gone this straight line path for many, many years. And I can see on their face how bored they are. They're not enjoying the process. They're not having fun like I am. They're not smiling at the gym. They're just like, I don't want to be here, body attitude, right? And I get it. Don't put your eggs into just one basket, right? There's just this marathon guy yesterday. He did his marathon exercise, which was like running on a treadmill. He just looked bored. Okay? Bodybuilders, they all look bored. So try to incorporate as many exercises as possible, different ways of training as possible, and have fun. You should be having fun when you train. If you're not having fun, then I don't know what's the point of being. What's the point of training? What's the point of eating salad? What's the point of having a six-pack abs if you're miserable all the time? Right? Sometimes I don't want to have six-pack abs. Sometimes I just want to be fat because I'm always cold. I'm always freezing. Like, I can't, I need to wear like a big furry jacket when I go outside because it's freezing to me. And yet, I see a lot of people walking around wearing shorts and flip-flops in the wintertime here in Vancouver. So it's strange to me, right? A lot of people, they don't know what it's really like to be ripped and lean and just like shredded. And it's like, yeah, you look good, but you're cold all the time. You're freezing all the time. It's like, I don't know. That's my perspective. How's it going with swimming? Not going well. Yesterday I talked about swimming, I think, on the live stream. I was saying that, yeah, I don't have access to a private pool. And if I have to swim in public pools, I get sick all the time because all the people there are pooping and peeing in the water. And all the real estate of the pool is being taken over by these private swim clubs, like competitive swimming, water polo, competitive diving, synchronized swimming. All these private clubs, they've just bought more and more of the real estate of a pool. So that's why the lanes, access to lanes, I paid to swim at a public pool, and there's only like 1 or 2 lanes available. And so all these lap swimmers, it's just a mess, you know? So, yeah, unless I have access to a private pool, I'm not going to get much swimming done. I'm not going to be able to film for you guys. But, yeah, do I enjoy swimming still? Yeah, I do. I find myself cold when my stomach is empty. Yeah, but feeling I get warmer. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I've tried fasting. Sometimes I eat 1 or 2 meals a day. I just don't like that feeling. Like I can tell my body is running on vapor. So it's like, for me, okay, the average person, here's what they don't tell you about fasting. The average person can fast easily because the average person is like a, I don't know, middle-aged man that drives everywhere, sits at an office desk for 8 hours, goes home, drives home, eats dinner in front of the TV, and goes to sleep, right? That's like kind of like average sedentary fasting kind of type of person. But if you're like me, I am like a high performance race car or like a jet, fighter jet, right? I need fuel in order to do the stuff that I do. This is like high level, high performance. So I need that food. So Bruce Lee was like, Bruce Lee's fuel, what fueled him was like, okay, he ate smaller meals. That's for sure. He ate smaller meals and more consistently. So he ate like 4 to 6 small meals throughout the day. Because Bruce Lee, like, let's imagine like Bruce Lee before he was making movies. Bruce Lee had his own kung fu school. And he had like 3 or 4 in like Oakland, California and all that, right? So he was running like 3 or 4 schools. So what he would do is like, he would train in the morning, right? And then he would teach in the afternoons and evenings, right? And throughout the day, he would have his meals cooked by his wife, Linda. So what did Linda cook? She basically made like Western food, like spaghetti, pasta, just anything that Bruce recommended her to cook, Western foods that he looked up in bodybuilding magazines. So probably like chicken and fish, right? But Bruce also ate Chinese food. Daily Soap, hello. Tia Tupu, hello. Ask questions in the chat. I can answer them for you right now. But we're just talking about Bruce Lee's diet. Again, fasting. So Bruce Lee did not fast. So think about it. If you have the personality and the performance like Bruce Lee, do you think you can do well fasting? No. I can't do very well fasting. If I skip a meal, I get grouchy. I'm running on vapor. My brain is just like constantly fast speed, like a jet, fighter jet. So I need the fuel. So I realized that I need to eat more consistently, but smaller meals. If I eat large meals, I have to take a nap. I have to go lie down for an hour, right? I used to do that in Korea. Like in Korea, what we did was like we would work like in the corporate job, the corporate world. What we would do is like, okay, lunchtime, it's 12 o'clock, run down to the cafeteria, get our food, eat with our team members. We would shovel the food into our mouths in 5 minutes. No chit chat, just shoveling food like prison inmates. Return the tray, cafeteria trays, go to our desks or cars or our rooms, our dorms, whatever we had, and then we would take a nap for about 50 minutes. All of us. Right? All the ajishis, all the old guys, Korean guys, we would all take a nap. Girls, they had pillows. Korean office workers, the girls, they had pillows and they would put it on their desk and they would take a nap. Sleep at their desk. We would all sleep for 50 minutes after lunch, after eating our lunch, right? And that's the problem with eating fast and eating large meals, okay? So Bruce Lee, he ate smaller meals, 5, 6 smaller meals throughout the day, okay? So he would eat Chinese food. He'd go out with his students or his co-teachers, was it Dan Inosanto. They would go out to the local Chinese restaurant. They would eat Chinese food. He would also drink protein shakes made by Linda, right? Because Bruce studied all those bodybuilding magazines, right? Strongman magazines, right? He would make his own concoction of bodybuilding shakes, protein shakes. So Linda did some research. Bruce did some research. They worked together. But Linda was basically Bruce Lee's personal chef. So she would make the meals for him. All right. So Bruce would drink Coke too. He would drink Coca-Cola. He would have a cheeseburger. He ate junk sometimes. But again, he burned so many calories throughout the day because he was doing kung fu, he was teaching, he's just networking, writing a book, reading, training, self-training, running in the morning, raising a family. He did all of that. So he needs fuel. So you can't imagine Bruce Lee fasting. He just wither away. So you need energy. What have you been doing lately? Lately, I've been live streaming. So I'm making live streams daily on this channel, and then I have another YouTube channel, Hey which you can check out. On that channel, I just document my training. So you can see like YouTube shorts on my other YouTube channel of what I do in the gym, right? So, hey, just HeyJusX. Go subscribe to that channel. Check out my daily workouts and all that on that channel. So, yeah, Bruce never fasted. He just ate smaller meals throughout the day. And that's what most MMA fighters would do. Like, they would just eat smaller meals, boxers, smaller meals, more frequently throughout the day. And I think I'm going to stick to that method for my like daily schedule, because fasting is good. Okay, don't get me wrong. George St. Pierre, GSP, he fasts, right? But he's also retired, right? He's kind of like the old generation of MMA fighters. Fasting works for him. And I think like for me, fasting like once a month or fasting like once a week is enough. Okay? It's like, yeah, I should give my body a break. But then again, I don't take breaks. Like, I don't have days off. So, like, for example, Sunday is rest day for most people. On Sunday, yesterday, I was training at the recreation center gym. So, what can you say about that? I don't rest, really. On my days off, I'm doing this. I'm playing with hand grips. I'm stretching. I'm doing something. I'm walking. I can't, like, watch TV and rot throughout the whole day. Lee Ellis, hello. I'm not that type of person. If you're wondering, ladies, I am an Aries. And if you know anything about Aries men, the god of war, we are the gods of war. We are constantly moving. We can't stop. We're just go-getters. Go, 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 go. Right? And when I sleep, it's like I have to sleep because I've drained my battery. I'm like, Aries are like smartphones. We just drain our battery from 100% to zero every day, or several times throughout the day. We just drain. We drain the battery, just dead. Your smartphone is dead, 0%. You gotta charge it. And when I charge it, I charge. I just sleep and sleep and sleep. Right? I constantly have to charge the battery. So fasting is hard. GSP, go ahead, ask any questions about swimming or life. Life, swimming, martial arts, training, fasting, it's all the same. Okay? So GSP, I've seen footage of GSP training. He's not as intense as I would be training, right? Someone who's really intense in training, I'm trying to think of who is really intense. Can you recharge in 8 hours of sleep? For me, I can't. Like, I burn my battery every day. Like, dead. I run on vapor. I run on 0% battery sometimes. Just overkill. So sometimes I need 10, 12 hours of sleep because sometimes I'm really injured. Like, I was doing one-arm handstand practice and I injured this and this. And I had to ice it and just ibuprofen and sleep. Here's what there are no weird questions. Have you ever peed in a pool or in the ocean when you go open water swimming? Yeah, I have. Everyone does. Michael Phelps admits to peeing in the pool. It's normal. It is normal. And I'll tell you, everyone does it. Whether you're a peasant or a professional swimmer, everyone pees in the pool because they can get away with it. All right? When you pee in the water in a chlorinated pool, it doesn't turn yellow. It's very hard to see the yellow. Okay? You can see poop. Oh, yes. You can see the poop. Yeah. But it's very hard to see the yellow. And I've done it myself. I've experimented with this. Like, I had like this bladder full of water and I just peed for like nonstop for like a minute in the pool and there was no yellow. And I said this before. How can you tell when someone's peeing in a pool? When they're standing still. Okay? It's very hard to pee while you're moving. So think of it like this. When you walk your dog and then your dog has to pee, what does your dog do? It just stands there, lifts one leg up and pees. Right? The dog has to stand still in order to loosen the dog's bladder, right? So you never seen a dog walking and peeing at the same time, right? No, a dog can't do that. Dog has to stay still. And then they just stay still. Like, it's like staying still for a photo. Like, say cheese. And then they pee, right? Same with humans. Whenever you see a human in the pool and they're not moving, so maybe they're holding onto the wall, right? And they're not even huffing and puffing. They're not even doing this. They're just like frozen, like taking a picture. Say cheese. If they're doing this, if I see someone like freezing, like I've seen old ladies, they just stand right in the middle of the pool, frozen, and then their eyes are darting around. It's like, okay, that's a dead giveaway. She's peeing in the water. And I'm telling you this as a lifeguard, as a swim instructor, and as a fellow swimmer. I see it all the time. I know when someone's peeing. Here's the worst part. I've mentioned this before. You cannot tell whether they are peeing or they have diarrhea. Some people have diarrhea and they just let it go in the water. And they can do it because they know they can get away with it. Diarrhea is harder to catch versus solid poop. If it's solid poop, everyone can, oh, they can see it. I see the turd. Cold red. Everyone out of the pool. We need to sterilize that zone. So the lifeguard runs and grabs the net, fish net, and scoops the poop into the bucket. Yeah, I love my job. It's very hard to detect diarrhea. But people who have diarrhea, babies, some babies, they have diarrhea. You don't know what's in those diapers. And then the mother dunks the baby with the diaper loaded with piss and poop into the water like it's like washing dishes or something. You have no idea. No idea. So, everyone does it. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. And now let me ask you, what is dirtier? Open water or an indoor pool? That's my question to you. Which is dirtier? Open water or indoor pool? The answer? Open water. Because there's no chlorine. Yeah, you have salt in the water, but guess what else is in that open water? Fresh feces. Okay, here in Vancouver, every summertime, when the weather's hot, every peasant is thinking the same thing. Whoa, it's hot. I should get in the water. But do you know who else goes into the water? People who have boats. Okay? There are a lot of private boat owners here in Vancouver. So they take their boat out on that hot summer day here in Vancouver on the ocean so they can say hello and show off their nice boat in front of all the peasants that are lying down on the beach getting skin cancer and the people that are swimming in the open waters. And guess what? They have toilets on those boats. And all those people that are on the boat, they use the boat toilet. And then where does that sewage go? They just dump that sewage into the open water. So every summertime, like summer will probably start here in Vancouver like around June. But around July is when most beaches here in Vancouver have to shut down because there's just too much E. coli in the water. So all those swimmers in open water in Vancouver in July, they get sick, really sick when they swim in open water. And I know this because I've seen the boats and I'm like, fuck, I'm swimming in shit in open water. Shit, toilet paper, and piss. mixed in open water with sea salt. There's no way to yeah. There's no way to detect it, right? Open water is dark water. You can't see any of it. But it's there. And you will feel it. Like you start throwing up like crazy. Which I have. Throwing up, just vomiting. It's like, what the hell? I thought the seawater was safe. The salt water. No, it's not. It is not. So you can be a scuba diver, sure. Okay, scuba diving, yeah, because you have protection on your skin and face. Okay, no problem. Hello, Zirek. But in open water, if you swim, try to swim, you're dealing with all these boats. Okay, now if I was at open water and there were no boats around, then okay, I could do it. But not many coastlines have a no boat policy, okay? Because all of these private boats, they all love to show off in front of the beaches and coastline. Like, look at me, I own a boat. I'm showing off to you guys on the beach. Oh, look at me. They all love to do that. They're just flexing. Always in Vancouver. Vancouver has the biggest population of pretentious flexers you would never believe. Like, there's this old guy, he likes to ride his bike, and he puts one leg on the bicycle seat, and the other leg on the bicycle steering wheel. And he just stands on his bike and rides his bike throughout downtown Vancouver. He's just showing off. There's just so many show-offs here in Vancouver. Pretentious people. And then guys who lease, don't buy. There's a lot of guys here that lease sports cars. So they lease a Lamborghini, they lease a Hummer, they lease a Mercedes SUV, they lease... Yeah, you see all of these fancy sports cars, these high-performance vehicles, luxury vehicles here in Vancouver. It's like, okay, oh, great, another Lambo. Oh, great, another Ferrari. Oh, another Porsche. It's like, no one's buying them. They're all renting and leasing them here in Vancouver. Everyone knows. And they're trying to show off. They're trying to attract a mate. These pretentious douchebags, they're trying to attract a mate. Oh, look at me. I live in a Lambo. Why don't you make guitar videos anymore? I have a guitar course. Go get it. Link is in the description. Just learn guitar from my guitar course. I teach you how to learn guitar from zero. It's in the link down below. I don't make any more guitar videos because, yeah, pretty much everything that I know, that I teach is in the course. And I'm not really interested in making like an A versus B guitar channel. There's already tons of those niche channels, like A versus B, B versus C, C versus D guitar. Which one's better? Like apples and orange channels. They're a dime a dozen. Like if I bought a guitar and then made a review, yeah, so what? I mean, like, are you gonna buy that guitar, same guitar? And I'm gonna tell you another thing. Guitar shops are the most depressing places they are hell on earth. Okay? It's the saddest. You want to go to a sad place, a very depressing place, go to a guitar shop. Okay? Bill Burr made a joke about this, and he's right. Bill Burr said the most depressing place for a man to go is to a guitar shop. Why? Because all the people who are buying guitars are the people who can't play guitar. So who's buying guitars? Who's buying those $2,000 Les Pauls, $3,000 Gibsons, the Fender guitars? Who's buying them up? It's not the starving artists. It's the complete opposite. It's the dentist. It's the lawyer. It's the realtor. It's these people that have sold their souls working these jobs that they hate, and in return, they try to make up for it by buying whatever toy they want. And who's selling these guitars, these expensive guitars, to these talentless soulless people. It's the real talent. The real talent are these starving artists, broke musicians that work at the counter at your local guitar shop. And they sell it. And they can't afford it. They rent the guitars from their guitar shop. I'm planning to buy a guitar soon, but maybe secondhand. Yeah, always go secondhand because you save money. You don't have to pay tax. Can I ask a question? How to start doing Dragon Lee's isometric exercises? Get a gymnastic strap bar. I made a video on this. Get 2 bars, gymnastic strap. Rahul, hello? Yeah, just follow the video that I made. Just follow that video. So, when I go to a guitar shop, every time I went to a guitar shop, I was a starving artist. I didn't have any money. And I would look at all of these guitars displayed. $2,000, $3,000, $5,000. I would look at them and I would drool like a dog because I couldn't afford those guitars, right? And I saw the people that were buying these guitars. They were these like fat old dentists, lawyers, doctors, the people that work like countless hours. They work 7 days a week. And then they have nothing in their souls. So they try to fill it up. They compensate. They fill it up with drugs, with guitars, with supercars, with prostitutes. They've anything to fill that emptiness that they took away from their soul. They're soulless. I can see like that guy's a dentist, right? He picks up a $3,000 Les Paul. He starts playing it. What does he play? Fucking Hotel California from the Eagles. Every time. I don't know why. It's like the soulless, most talentless people. They play these cover songs from the 70s, from the 80s. I know right away when they pick up a guitar and they're playing Metallica, or they're playing the Eagles, or they're playing the Beatles. I know, like, yeah, this guy, or Led Zeppelin, this guy, he's working like a corporate job, making 6 figures, but he has no soul. When I see an indie musician pick up a guitar and test it out, he's not playing any of those covers. He's just playing his own music. When I pick up a guitar for the first time, testing it out, I play my own music. That's how you can tell. And usually the starving artists, they're starving and they play it, and the guitar salesman can smell. Guitar salesmen can smell another indie musician from far away. They can tell. It's always like, I remember when I was a kid, I had no money. I was an indie musician, and I wanted to play that Les Paul that was up there. And the guitar salesman knew I had no money. He knew I was just another brokey that was going to pick up the guitar, play with it for like 30 minutes, and then give it back to him. No sale. He knew there was no sale. And these salesmen, they probably work on commission. So a lot of salesmen were very reluctant to hand me over a guitar, right? They were very passive aggressive or make up an excuse. One guy was a dickhead to me. One salesman said, "Do you think you can buy that guitar?" To me, in my face, because he knew I was a brokey. I was a starving artist. And I was like, yeah, fuck you too, right? At least I'm not working your job. But you can tell who has the money in the guitar store. It's usually like a father. I'll tell you a scenario, right? We're in the guitar store. It's Saturday afternoon. Saturday afternoon, peak time for a sale, right? I'm sniffing out a sale. Who do I see? I see a young kid with long hair. Brokey, has no money. He's not going to buy a guitar. He's going to waste time by just playing around, right? Or I see a father and son couple. Ding, 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 ding. Father has money. Father's gonna buy something for his son. Oh, my son here wants to play guitar. What can you recommend? Father has money. Whether he buys a cheap, shitty guitar for his son or he buys a guitar for himself. Now, if it is a father figure, like a guy in his 40s or 50s, and he's not accompanied by his kids, so guy 40s or 50s, right? Maybe he has glasses, maybe he's got like a blazer. He's on the pudgy side, like he's the kind of guy that would play golf regularly on a Sunday, that kind of body type. He's got money. Okay? And he's playing and he's playing Hotel California. He's gonna buy, and he can afford that $3,000, $5,000 guitar. It's just sad. It's the sad truth. Oh, I'm living my childhood, my happy time in my life before I sold my soul to the devil. Those types everywhere in the world, not just here in Vancouver. In Korea, all those guitar shops I went to, guess who bought the $5,000 Les Paul? It was always that corporate Samsung type old man, right? The white hair on the side, glasses, like you can tell these guys that have sold their souls for a corporate job. All fax, no printer. It's just true. It's like he's like, here's my credit card. I see these old guys buying up $5,000 guitars all the time. It's like, yeah, I have a hole in my soul. I need to fill it with a Les Paul guitar. I have to fill it with the Eagles. And then these guys, they have like a $5,000 guitar now that they own. And then they're like, look at me, I'm important now. Everyone worship me, but nobody gives a shit. Nobody listens to Hotel California. Kids don't listen to fucking Eagles. Kids listen to funk. Phonk. All they listen to, funk. Boom, 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 boom. They don't want to listen to fuck no. So it's hilarious. It's sad and depressing. A guitar store, yeah, whether you're shopping for a guitar or you work in a guitar store, I know I feel for you. I feel for you, man. And that's why I don't make guitar videos anymore. Because I'm not in the mood to buy another guitar. I'm not gonna make A versus B guitar videos for the rest of my life. Fuck that, no. Which sounds better? The Fender or the Les Paul? The cheap guitar or the expensive guitar? You decide. Comment down below. No. Ugh. God damn. Did you watch boxing this weekend? Or last weekend? Those 3 boxing matches? Fucking Garcia. Awful. Canelo. Snooze fest. Inoue. Finally. I watched Inoue from the beginning. Inoue is my type of boxer. If I were to study the art of boxing, and if I were to recommend one place for you to study the art of boxing, it would be Japan. Why Japan? Because Japan is on a whole nother level on so many things, not just manga, not just anime, but boxing as well. Look at those boxing gyms in Japan. They're just clean. Everyone is smart. No one is there to knock each other's head off. Like, I'll give you an example. I've trained Muay Thai in Thailand. Thailand gyms are disgusting. They're dirty. Like ringworm, I don't know if you've heard about ringworm. Ringworm is a disease you can catch which is like skin on skin contact, just sweat everywhere. Everyone's perspiring all the time. Okay? Thai gyms are just disgusting. They're just cesspools. Okay? I'm a neat freak. I am clean, clean, clean. I like clean. Boxing gyms here in the West, they're dirty. And the people that go to these boxing gyms are dirty. And they fight dirty. You go YouTube, I want you to YouTube Japanese boxing practice sessions. You look at their gyms. That's like nice, clean, hardwood gymnasium that they train in. Nice lighting. The bags are nice and clean. They're well maintained, right? A few days ago, I went to my commercial gym and I saw a guy. He was practicing Muay Thai on the heavy bag. And he's new to the gym. And what he did was he took off his shoes and socks. So he was barefoot on the gym floor, sweating profusely, and he was kicking the bag with his feet. Okay? Now, in Thailand and Muay Thai, that's totally acceptable. But in a commercial gym setting, that is just disgusting. So when he was done, I used the heavy bag after him. And all I smelled was feet. I could smell his feet on the heavy bag and on the floor. It just smelled like I was in his shoe. It was disgusting. I was like, the smell of feet. Because his foot was touching the bag and kicking the bag. And like, oh, you have this foot odor. So I was like, okay, I got to clean my hands and feet because I've contracted something. So Western gyms, boxing gyms are disgusting. Thai boxing and Muay Thai gyms are disgusting. Japanese boxing gyms are pristinely clean and sanitary. Okay? I want to train in a Japanese boxing gym. Clean. Unfortunately, everything in Japan is small though, right? All the commercial gyms, weight training gyms is small. Weights are small. Boxing gyms are small in Japan. But the trade-off is it's clean. The facilities are clean. The bags are clean. The mitts are clean. The people that train in Japanese boxing gyms, they all get it. We're here to train smart, not here to kill each other, give each other broken noses. No, they train smart in Japan. They train smart in Thailand too, right? You see Thai people training Muay Thai every day. They train every day. Right? They play fight. They're not there to kill each other. It's just like when you see like two siblings fighting each other. They're just play fighting. Right? You can see they're using their teeth, their claws, but they're play fighting. They're practicing their skills on each other so that they can apply it to real prey. That's the same goes with Muay Thai training. The brothers, they train. They're not there to kill each other. They're just play fighting, right? They pull their punches. They pull their kicks. But Western people, they fucking go all in. And they just like, this is UFC, baby. We're here to kill each other. Kill or be killed. Win or lose. Someone's got to lose. It's going to be you. That attitude. It may not be everybody at an MMA or boxing gym here in the West, but there's always that one culprit that you'll stumble upon. And every professional fighter, every fighter that's fought long enough here in the West will tell you the same thing. Yeah, there's always that one guy at the gym you don't expect that starts kicking you in the balls, trying to break your nose, give you a concussion. Like, come on. Like, they all say it. And I've ran into these people. These nut jobs that think that it's UFC championship night. We're just here to spar. My God, like, play spar. I'm not hitting you hard. I'm throwing a jab, but I'm hoping that you will slip it, right? Like I'm throwing the hook. I'm telegraphing. I'm pulling. Because I don't know you. It takes years, okay? It takes years to study your gym partners. So that's why, here's another thing, fun fact. Naoya Inoue, he has a brother. His brother is his mitt partner. So Naoya Inoue, his father, trains him, he's the coach. and his brother is the mid partner. That's the perfect trinity, the holy trinity. The father is the coach, brother is the mid partner, and the Naoya Inoue is the fighter. I'm in Vancouver, Canada. So when you see Naoya training, look at his gym. It's nice and clean, it's pristine. Everyone is there to work hard, train hard, not to kill each other, but to learn the art and science of boxing. And that's why Naoya Inoue is so good. But here in the West, no, it's very hard to find a solid training partner, a solid coach that's not there to rip you off. Because coaches, boxing coaches, they're there for the money. The number one rule in boxing is protect yourself at all times. And that applies to outside the ring. So boxing is a business. You as a boxer, you are an entrepreneur. And the boxing coach, he's the contractor. I'm going to contract my skills to you, but for a fee, right? So everyone gets paid. The promoter, the coach, the boxing gym, the mitt partner, everyone gets paid whether you win or lose. And then you as a fighter, as the entrepreneur, you are paid last. And sometimes you're not paid at all. Bivol and Usyk's gym? Bivol, he trains not just at one gym. Bivol trains in the States. He trains in the Middle East. He trains in Russia. So it depends on where he's training, okay? Russian gyms, from what I've seen, the old school Russian boxing gyms are nice, okay? Very good, very good. I like the Soviet system. I don't know if it's clean as Japanese boxing gyms, but I prefer Japanese boxing gyms over Russian. Russian's old school, but I like Russian gyms, okay? They're just like old, dated, right? The coaches are old and dated. Usyk, again, Usyk trains around the world. Sometimes Usyk trains in the States. Sometimes he trains in Russia. Sometimes he trains in the Middle East. Because all of these big fights now are taking place in the Middle East. Okay? Because that's where the money is, right? All of these big fights, like where Canelo's fighting and Bivol's fighting and who else? Usyk's fighting. Yeah, they're all financed by Saudi money, right? Big money. It used to be the States, but now it's the Middle East. So they train in those gyms in the Middle East, or they train in the States, or back in their homeland, okay? But I can tell you, yeah, when you're starting off and you join that local boxing gym of yours, it's not so clean. It's not as sanitary as I would like. And the people there, anyone can sign up. They don't, here's the thing, they don't vet who is signing up for these gyms of theirs. Yeah. So anybody who has the money can sign up for a boxing gym or MMA gym. Anybody off the street, right? Anybody can take lessons. And then when you are in a situation where you have to spar people that you've never met before, it's a gamble every time. You don't know who you're sparring. You don't know their level. You don't know their etiquette. You don't know their hygiene. And a lot of them are just like that guy I was 2 days ago at the commercial gym, right? He just took off his shoes and socks in a commercial gym and then started sweating all over the floor, started touching the bag with his feet, and he didn't wipe it down. Etiquette, if he was trained properly in Japan or Thailand, Korea, a good coach or a good MMA coach will teach you about etiquette and hygiene, like a wrestling team. A good sign of a good wrestling team is like at the end of a wrestling session, all the wrestlers are cleaning the mats together. That is a sign of a good wrestling vibe or wrestling team. Camaraderie, okay? You clean where you train. Japanese schools, who cleans the classrooms? And I'm talking about elementary school, middle school, high school classrooms. Who cleans the classrooms in Japan? It's the kids, it's the students. The students clean. Not the janitor, it's the students. Because it's a sense of, okay, ownership. Okay, we're not going to make a mess. We're going to try to make as minimal mess as possible because we want everything to be clean. We're cleaning it up after. So this guy kicked the bag, sweat. He didn't wipe the heavy bag down. A lot of people, they kick the bag with their shoes. They leave all this dirt. They kick their bag with the street shoes. I can see they're using street shoes because all the dirt and gravel accumulates onto the heavy bag. So there you go. Etiquette, hygiene, respect, just like common sense. Not a lot of bright people sign up for boxing or MMA lessons. Okay, it's always, you don't know who you're gonna get off the streets. Okay, that wants to be a next, watches too much UFC. So, oh shit, time is up. Okay, I gotta go. So save your questions for the next live stream. Check out my other YouTube channel, Hey Just, HEYJUSX, to see my workout routine, daily routine. And yeah, I'm gonna try to keep up this live streaming daily. Oh God, yeah. Fungal infection, wrestling, all types. People don't shower, people don't clean, they don't trim their nails. Yeah, I've seen it all. It's sad, but yeah, it's a risk. Contact sports. Okay, so yeah, it's nice chatting with you guys today. I'm gonna sign off now. All right. Cheers, guys.